Hello viewers. Today, while this morning, while I was reading the news, I was really happy. I called it a double century when for Pradhan Mantri Modi, when he said, India will now be sharing the UPI with two more countries, Sri Lanka, along with uh, Mauritius. I was really happy. The technology, digital India is working out. But every coin has two sides. And I'm the same person who was celebrating this morning. Right now, I'm really disappointed, and I have a set of expert here. I have Mr. Anil out here along with us, who takes care of digital well-being, and I have victims also. So, were we really prepared for this digitalization is the big question. And how well prepared are we for the forthcoming frauds that are going to happen? Be it a credit card fraud, that was history. Now, with the advent of social media, and social engineering has also become a very, very prominent sector, which is now being utilized extensively. Now, I have Mr. Anil here with us, who has joined us, who is an expert, and also he takes care of digital well-being. He also owns End Now Foundation. So, welcome to our show, Mr. Anil. So, first of all, to begin with, I would like to ask you a question as to, let's go to the crimes, or, the way they conduct these crimes at a later stage. But let's start with the victims. So, do you have any idea as to, what a victim's mindset is once the fraud happens? Because that's the most important part. Frauds will keep happening. That is for sure.
Correct.
But then what about the mindset? How a person should cope up with these situations? I see 6 to 7 of them sitting out there, not ready to face the camera also. That social stigma, how do they deal with it? The family members. So can you throw some light as to how a person should deal with this kind of a situation once they have been, they've gone through this fraud?
Yeah, basically, we're all brought up in a very conservative atmosphere, so we kind of tend to not to tell what has happened to us negatively. Unlike if you look at the cricketers here in India, if anybody is found fraud, he would come with his entire family and the entire battalion to claim that he has not done the fraud. But if you look at the Westerners, they come back and say, I'm sorry, I've done wrong. So I think the narrative and viewpoint from an Indian environment standpoint is we are always, focused more on success but not the failure. So I think this is time to give up, and if somebody has to ring the bell to the cat, so at least somebody can come in. I was a victim myself way back in 2012. I put up a foundation right now. We have world records, we have patents,
How was your family's reaction when you were victimized? So what was your family's immediate
my
reaction?
case was very different. So typically I was trolled and bullied for kind of activities they were doing. So I was not in any financial or anything. So I was probably, there's a saying in English, sticks and stones can only break the bones, but words can kill you. So whatever the words that were written on the website, I got very badly trolled and bullied. So that's how I said, being such an highly educated, traveled across to 35 plus countries, not able to get justice, not able to see something. So that's how I said, I had arguments with best of the police officers at that point of time when dealing my case. So that's when I said, "Ye pura khatam hona, ye ant hona, end hona." So we put up a foundation called End Foundation. I brought in best of the retired chief executive, chief justice, one retired. Director General of Police. We all brought together and said we'll put up a foundation and try and help the victims. So what I've learned here is that more than victimization, the root cause is that we are not probably actually informed. We are not mentored, we are not coached, we are not taught how to use technology.
Absolutely.
If you open the smartphone, the whole cosmos is available there. You can do a blue film, and you can even create a rocket. So both extremes are there.
So pornography is
everything,
also,
everything is there. You build a rocket, you can artificially create a drug, everything can happen. The whole cosmos is there in smartphone, but nobody teaches you. And everybody talks about trying to be safe, but nobody talks about how to empower yourself with the same technology.
Absolutely.
Yeah, when I was young, I had to literally wait for 7 hours to make a telephone call. Then it was 6 times the cost of it called lightning call, which happened in 2 hours. But nowadays, it's so easy. You can sit on your desk and ask your girlfriend Siri to make a call. I have another girlfriend at home called Alexa to make call. I had to go to a bank. I used to spend 2 hours a day, 2 or 3 hours. Now I can literally sit on the Western commode and do a banking transaction of ₹1 billion. So the technology is, created a lot of easiness, but at the same time, not understanding its capacity and its impact, people are getting fall into crimes. Most of the crimes that right now I've been hearing from morning and all these guys are not actually cyber crimes. These are all social engineering crimes.
What is the difference between a cyber crime and a social engineering crime? Can you please throw some light on that as well?
Yeah, cyber crime means basically it doesn't need any of your intervention.
Okay.
They can justly come steal your money and get away. Whereas social engineering crime means you are part of the crime. They talk to you, they converse, they communicate, they take some information, could be a half-baked cake, and then they try to do. They talk to you, they terrify you, they put upon fake
So
requests.
basically, they try to hijack your mindset.
Correct.
Is it an emotional,
Correct.
part of yours that is exploited when it's a
Psychological
social
manipulation
crime?
of your
Psychological
mind.
manipulation to be
Of your
appropriate.
mindset, and then extract some basic information. They talk to you. So what happens? For example, I'll tell you is like you have you give your name. I can get your 3 years IT return. I can get your PAN card and Aadhaar card in less than 10 minutes from darknet.
Is it?
Yeah. Then I can call you. I can pose as an income tax officer to you. Very easy. I can bet you give me a number. If you give me 2-3 minutes, I can tell your Aadhaar card. So that all data is already available. There's nothing. We're all nude online. That's a precisely word. So what people do is they collect all this information, collate, and do the crime. So for example, in these cases, what happened? These are all like highly educated people.
Yes.
They're not small. They're all professional engineering graduates. I've spoken to them. So what they do is they're all jobless right now. So they want to perform. They cannot sit down at home. We have a social stigma at home that everybody should earn. Everybody, it's not.
That spirit of being independent also.
Correct, exactly.
And also
yeah, that's
it's
the
not,
professional way of putting it.
Even if you are a homemaker, still there is an urge, since you are educated, so you would want to contribute to the success of your family, So that also, especially women. So
Correct.
they also fall prey to this. So is there any ratio or anything like that? Are men more susceptible to these crimes, or are women, like, how does it work?
And no more patriarchal and matriarchal. Like everybody is very dependent.
Okay.
Everybody is highly educated. My home, my daughter works as an architect. My wife works as a government grade 1. So everybody. I mean, there is no passion. There is no difference. What I see is 97.8%. Last time here we had Shamsher Singh. I forgot his name. He was LB Nagar. So we did a research together. And 97.3 were all graduates.
All educated people
Graduates in
fall prey to
97.3, if you look at more than almost 83 to 84% of them were engineering graduates, working in top-notch corporates and all. All people who have fallen to romance or, sextortion frauds or OLX or everything, all people are highly educated. Lottery frauds, jo bhi bolo, everything, all frauds. Even task-based frauds, it is only professional graduates.
So right now, the victims that we have, all of them are, I think, it's task-based fraud. That's
Correct,
what you
correct.
said. So
So
they
there
are
are
all
now-
related to task-based.
Correct.
Can you throw some light on this also, so that we can include them in the
So
conversation?
there are two frauds right now which are very famous. Gone are those days where KYCs and all that, OLX, e-commerce frauds and all those are gone. Like people are aware. Now the two trends are there. One is task-based frauds, which is equivalent to multi-level marketing, which was that level it is going on right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and the other one is courier, FedEx frauds. So in task-based frauds, the meaning itself is called, I have written articles at least 10 to 11. You can browse my website called endnowfoundation.org. You can see that.
So it's
Task-based
endnowfoundation.com is your website where
org.
so people endnowfoundation
Org.
.org is the website where we can find articles related to this. So if you want to educate yourself further, please do not hesitate to visit his website. That's endnowfoundation.org.
So I have not written stories there. I have written facts in terms of what is the crime, how it happens, how they fall, and how the money is cheated. And also I have written in terms of how to get it back as well, the process of even complaining. So comprehensive information is there on the website. They can go and take it up. So task-based frauds basically starts with we normally go to fish, have a hook, have an earthworm to it, and then pull it up. So it's the same way. It's one of the fishing fraud. Typically they call it the spearheading. Spearheading fishing fraud means a targeted attack. They know who they are attacking.
So before they attack a victim, so do they know the financials of these individuals also?
Now they may not know the individuals, but they will look at their social media profiles. He is a high ranking or a middle ranking individual. So they categorize people in these sects. So if you look at cryptocurrency, they will not target common individuals. They target executives who are more, have better LinkedIn profiles, better Twitter profiles. Those people are targeted more towards cryptocurrency and international trading. So if you look at the social media likes, those people are young graduates who keep on posting photographs. They have no time. They have full of empty time. These jobless. So those particular people are targeted towards social media likes, social media reviews, online virtual shopping frauds. So on all these frauds, the modus operandi is very simple. You perform a task, you are given money free of cost. अपने बाप खुद नहीं देता पैसा, उतना भी दिमाग नहीं है, common sense नहीं है. So they give money free of cost for 1 or 2 tasks. After performing 1 or 2 tasks, they bait you. They give you that confidence. They bait you. There are 100 and different varieties are there in this. Again, you branch out, different models are there. Basically, what they do is, as soon as you get some money free, they'll start talking in terms of investment. You invest 3, you get it 3 times. You just got 120 rupees right now. If you're putting a 5,000 deposit, you might get around about 900 rupees for each of the tasks. So they bait you in terms of, because you already proven that you already got money, they bait you another. In fact, to be shameless, the Director General of Police himself has told in the meeting that the Karnataka DGP has fallen into a task-based fraud. So, everything is, so all these frauds, for example, in the past, the first task-based fraud which actually appeared in Telangana, Andhra was writing the documentation writing. If you write 1 page of document, you are given like 440 rupees, something was there. The first
Usually we do it
4
since
years
I'm
ago.
from media side, so there is something called as blogging. So usually people get paid for blogging.
Correct.
So that is where it all started from in Telangana, but it is spread across the country.
Correct.
And I suspect, since we also saw the loan apps, the Chinese loan apps.
Correct.
So, do you really think, or do you feel, is there any country also involved, any foreign country like China or Pakistan, which is involved in these kind of frauds also?
Basically, I was the only one from India who has applied for PIL on Supreme Court on loan apps. I have actually put up 39 FIRs, 37 FIRs and 29 death cases certificates I put.
Death cases?
Certificates is also I put, and 29 and 37 FIRs.
All in Telangana?
All in Telangana. Only from one commissionerate. I don't want to name that commissionerate.
Okay.
So they were very helpful. So we gathered all that information, filed a PIL in Supreme Court. So basically that's again a fraud which was not originated by Chinese. What people presume. It was originated by Indians, masterminds, somebody from North India. I don't want to go into names. So actually what happened at that point of time, COVID was at peak levels. And everybody wanted money to loans, people lost their jobs, or even their bread and butter was lost. So for that, RBI, what they did is, overexcitingly, they gave permissions for third parties to provide applications to non-banking financial corporation. Let's suppose you are a non-banking financial corporation, you don't have the capacity to invest and develop programs. So what RBI did is, with a good faith, not with negative faith, good faith, they allowed you to...
Percentage of interest will be slightly higher, but then...
same. Percentage will be same. You are associated with a third party agent. Okay, then, and I started knowing, because I am a technologist, I started knowing what is this complexity. Then what I did is, in spite of helping you, I created fake application and I started doing crimes myself, posing that I am as you. Let's suppose that you are XYZ bank. So this process, so what happened that, even though when I am earning, I sold this application to 101 people. They claimed that they are also any NBFCs and started running. So RBI's failure was to allow third party application associated with NBFCs. So when this was going at a good scale, Chinese people noticed and they came and took over the entire process. But it was originated, ideated, conceptualized, everything from Indians.
So is there is the trend similar in these cases also, like it started in India, and can the Chinese also get a hint?
Exactly. The same task-based frauds are also originated, ideated, conceptualized, everything by Indians. Chinese came and took it over right now. Most of the task-based
it has already been taken over?
It's already been taken. I have a friend of mine from Nagpur. His non-banking financial account was almost like in shelf, not doing well. Chinese people came, took 25% partnership. They gave him hefty amounts of money. They used that account to do a task-based fraud. Talk about, probably we can hear those experiences and give some suggestions, and we'll tell them how the reporting structure works as well.
Right. So that is one revelation coming in. But we also, let's hear it from the horse's mouth itself. We have the victims also present with us. So we have another victim along with us, and they are on call with us. So just give me one moment, please. Where is, yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. May I know what's your name?
Hi, my name is Naveen. I stay in Gachibowli.
All
So
right.
I'm into the IT industry. Yeah.
All right, Naveen, you just called, and we are actually recording here in regards
Okay.
to the online fraud that happens, the task-based fraud. So, did that happen with you as well, or was it a different type of fraud that you went through?
Actually, it is a similar sort of fraud that has been happened with my wife. He has encountered this sort of scam. Yeah. Very recently, 2 days back. So we have lost about 14.5 lakhs.
You have lost 14.5 lakhs, and it's been 2 days. So, we have a
Within a
Mr.
span of 2 days.
Yes, we have Mr. Anil also, who's an expert in these kind of cases. So, did you lodge a complaint about this, to your bank or in the nearest police station?
Yes, we have lodged the complaint. And here I just wanted to convey one thing because my wife has been a victim. Yeah. And when she reported me, I immediately tried to contact the cyber, 1930.
Okay.
And at the same time, I tried to contact the banks as well. The pathetic part, yes, the society that we are in right now, there is no transparency.
Okay.
Yeah. The system has to change in order to overcome this sort of
Can you
scam.
please explain a little bit more about the transparency part? Like, what was your expectation and what did you get in return? Like, what your expectations met, or what exactly happened? What was the response?
Not really, because let me tell you, it is very difficult to reach out to the cybercrime, yes, through the phone as well. Because since night, if we are trying, yes, the call has got connected in the morning, and there is no alternative.
Okay.
Yes, a small companies, yes, they promptly respond. But being a bigger system, government is a bigger system, right? Yes.
Yeah.
So the services need to be very fast. The response needs to be very fast, where it has been lacking. Purely, yeah. And at the same time, if I try to contact any bank, there is no transparency because there is no number, yes, that has been properly given on the website. So where is the transparency?
Right. I have Mr. Anil along with me, so he would like to have a word with you as well. So let's see if he has some suggestion for you. 1 second.
Chandra, may I know what was the crime probably in half you experienced?
Sir, actually, my wife, she got a message, yes, suddenly on the WhatsApp. So I was not available with her. So she responded to that WhatsApp wherein it was like a task-based, like a part-time job or something, yeah. And she responded. Later, they have given some tasks to her. And
what was the task
they
given to
slowly-
her? What was the task?
It is about the giving review on the Google
Okay.
Maps.
So basically, this is a task-based fraud. So giving review, liking, doing cryptocurrency, doing transaction of foreign trade, and all these are all basically task-based fraud. They offer you something free of cost initially, and then put you into a trap, and then start doing, requesting you to put money so that you can earn, and all the money will be visible in the wallet, and you will not be able to withdraw. I understood. So did you call 1930 immediately?
Immediately, we have tried to call 1930.
No. Have you called? Not tried. Have you called?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you get the acknowledgement number?
We got the acknowledgement.
Did you get any money that has been holded from them? Any message?
As of now, no update.
Okay. Well, how much was the tune that money was lost?
It was about 14.30.
No, 14.30. So was
14
the
lakh 54,000.
okay? Was the case assigned to any of the officer right now? Did you go and meet anybody in to where was the location that the crime was done? I mean,
Gachibowli.
so did you go to Cyberabad, the cybercrime office?
Yes, we went over there. We have written a complaint, but they have just given a letter asking us to come tomorrow for the FIR.
Yes, obviously, FIR takes time because they have to investigate, find out that you are the victim, and then they can do. FIR is not normally done immediately, but what happens is that whenever you do report, see there are dependencies. The government will not know who is the victim, who is the culprit. They have to establish and then do. So for that
The
purpose, what
establishment,
happened?
it completely comes up with the evidences that we provide, right?
Not
The
even
evidences are very much clear, and
no.
at the same time, yeah,
Yeah, Chandra, I'm
yes,
not
sir.
trying to find fault in you. We are a democratic system, anybody can challenge, so they will give enough chance to others. What is the best part in 1930 is that if there is a money that is already available in the culprit's account, that gets freezed. So
Here,
14.5
the
lakhs means
major point is, sorry to cut you, sir, but the major point is the time that is taking for us to get connected with 1930, that has been a time for the scammers to completely swap the money out of the accounts. Yes. So,
no. Basically, what happened is so definitely there is no point in brooding. So we have a shortfall
okay,
in
I
the line
totally
for, yeah, we
understand.
do agree. I think let's not
Yes,
brood
I
too much
totally.
on this call. So we do agree. We equally that it's more challenging. We need more people, more infrastructure to
Exactly.
support us. Yes, the crimes are evolving. Imagine when I started writing articles, I used to think what
Okay.
is more to write. Now I have so many crimes that I finished 680 articles. I still have more crimes to write. So obviously the world is evolving. I do agree that there is something, but you get in touch. I'm not. I'll give you my number offline. Get in touch with me. I'll talk to the, because if you are losing more than 1 lakh, it will directly go to the cybercrime police station. If you are losing less than 1 lakh, it will go to the nearest police station. So reach me out. I'll also reach you out. I'll guide you. You can go to endnowfoundation.org. We have a detailed article. If the money is lost through UPI, you can do. You can block his UPI as well. It's called One Nation One Ombudsman scheme 14448. I'll guide you more maybe, but yeah, have hope. If the money is there in the bank, we'll ensure it is get holded. We have also filing a PIL in Supreme Court right now in the next 2-3 days. What we have requested the government is that if I am falling fraud, getting into fraud, and it is identified that he is the culprit, we said anybody on his Aadhaar card or PAN card, no other account can also be transacted. As of now, what is happening is that only that
They
particular
are taking
account is
multiple
getting
accounts.
blocked. We wanted all his other accounts also blocked so that he cannot do any crime in further. So things are
And
evolving.
also,
We are
sir,
also new to
here,
cybercrime. Yeah.
I just wanted to add one point. If we are filing a case at Supreme Court, we also need to add up one point stating that whenever we call up the banks, the suspect bank or victim bank, and say that this is something wrong has been happened, yeah, they can immediately take an action. Because previously, when there was a medical emergency, people used to ask the FIR to start the treatment.
Chandra, I think
Yes.
we are getting into 2 minutes. That's a banking system. They have their own
Yeah.
law. They have their own ombudsman system. You can report. So definitely, that's a different
The
issue.
bank ombudsman I have reported, but
Yeah.
at the same time, this is also something that we need to raise our voice, right?
Bankers have
So,
nothing to do because bankers will only wait for the law enforcement authorities or judicial authorities to give an undertaking to transfer the money back or block the money back. So as of now in 1930, what is happening is as soon as the fraud is happening or from a particular account, that account gets on hold. If it is with money or without money, in your case it is without money. After this meeting, I'll try to reach out and guide you how to do that. So both are very different. I'll guide you in terms of how to get your money back. But 1930 is typically handled by 10 or 12 people, and you have more than 200 plus callers calling at any given point of time. So definitely there is some. We'll also take this point and ensure that our civil society voice is heard. We'll tell them to increase the number of callers. We have also proposed a private third party call center also to them, and we'll see how it goes, sir.
and also, sir, is there any way that we can catch hold of the scammers?
No, we cannot catch. It is police authorities to catch. So I'll guide you after this call in terms of how to advance it.
Okay, got it.
All right, you can take this. So we just spoke to one of the victims, and the hope is that can we catch hold of the scammer?
Yeah.
Everybody would
So
want
basically,
to.
we are, sir. You are a media guy. Everybody has got their own rights. You go and give complaint that I've hit you, equivalently you need to provide that evidences, and I can prove that those evidences are fake. So you have to give enough. We are in democratic country. We all have equal rights and opportunities. We don't know why the money was transferred, what transaction happened. Just barely on his wordings, we go give complaint. Nobody can take. I think you understood. So keeping that values, democratic value. Otherwise, it becomes a monarchical country. So keeping the democratic values into concern, yes, there are some loopholes, definitely, because the crimes are evolving, the modus operandi is evolving, the style is changing, new methods, processes are coming. I told you, it took 7 hours to make a call, it is 7 seconds. It took 2 hours to do a banking transaction, it took 7 microseconds right now. So we are evolving right now. We are not at that pace. Definitely, if you look at medical or chartered accountant, they don't need to do any course to get the job. Engineering, they have to do 100 varieties of courses even they before pass out the engineering. So technology is evolving. We don't have infrastructure to meet that. In the past, people used to just morph the photograph. Then people now are doing deep fakes where the picture can talk and laugh. And now we have artificially, the character itself is created artificially. So things are evolving. Technology is not in line with what judicial and law enforcement are thinking about. So I can create a fake murder scene here itself through using 3AI. It's an ever-ending process. I know there's a lot of burn. In that burn, as a civil society activist, I also keep shouting, yelling, fighting with officers, system, everybody. So I think we need to get technically we need to evolve ourselves.
So basically, on one hand, when we say government is promoting technology, digital India, and on the other hand, we are actually not ready for it.
Correct.
We need to be more equipped. We need more awareness also.
Correct.
With individuals. Is that the message as of
exactly, now? Sir. See, if you look at the smartphone, for example, the whole cosmos is there on the smartphone. What is it you can't see in the smartphone? What is it you cannot do except physically? You can do anything. I can sit on my Western commode and do a billion transactions. I can do anything and everything. But am I taught about how to use this? Nobody is taught. Right. Digital well-being. Do you know how to be private? Nobody knows. Nobody is taught. Do you know how to manage your consent? Can a girl walk into a 500-room boy and sit down? She will not do. But she will easily go and sit in a WhatsApp group where all riffraffs and vagabonds are there. If I am going in a metro, can I tell the girl that you are looking so gorgeous? She's going to slap me and kick me out. But online, you tell the same girl that you're looking so beautiful, she'll send you a love emoticon back. How to manage consent? How to manage privacy? How to manage phone? How to manage parents? All this. The social engineering crimes are happening. Do you know how to fact check? You get a message, you send it to everybody as if you got BP and sugar. You don't even validate whether it's correct or not. So people have to see. It's not about trying to be safe. It is to empower yourself. We tried to offer a digital well-being course. Nobody has heard. Everybody fall into deaf ears. So I have no success rate for the past 7 years. But still I'm trying.
Right. So digital well-being is the interesting concept out here. And let's see what kind of people would need this education. In fact, all of us would need, anybody who's carrying a smartphone would need. And if we don't follow it, what can be the repercussions of it? Let's hear it from, yes, please. Can you introduce yourself?
They called me actually. They called to my number. They WhatsApped me. There is a job opportunity, sir. Would you like to do? Actually, I'm already into the job. I'm into some IT field. So they agreed me. So I was attending some meeting. So I gave this. It's a part-time. They said like this is a part-time opportunity. So I gave it to my wife. I said talk to them. They're saying something, and they said that like online Google reviews and all. She was asking me online Google reviews. Yeah, it's going on. But see, if you can loss only up to 10,000 below. That is our budget. But know the things what's happening. But why I have initiated her, because she need to know what's happening. If we get into that only, I said this is a limited amount. But within 1 hour, I was busy on other side. I was working from home. I was busy on other side. The other side, she got into the trap and she lost almost 5 lakhs over there. And again, they are torturing her to add one more 3.5 lakhs to get the old money which she has invested. So that was the issue. And now again, people also, after we affected also, we came here and here. We as we have a YouTube channel, we thought of creating after getting into the like victimized like this, we went to a YouTube channel. We have our own YouTube channel, and we thought of getting this to awareness of the public, like who are affecting. So people called us, Anna, we are currently we are doing this doing this transaction. They are asking us to do like this. No, don't do, please stop, please stop. We need to stop this. Why? Because already we are affected, you don't get affected. Means some people have they've stopped investing in that amount. So again, I got some groups and some people are contacting me like, so we can get your money back. We are some organizations. So I want to ask the sir a question also. So which organization do we need to trust? They are on social media also. They are giving me to the media also. They are giving interviews. They are saying like, we can help the people, you can come to us. But they are asking like, there will be a chargeable. You need to give some amount. So is that right way to approach, or is there any other way to approach? How we need to trust people in at this point?
No, basically, I don't know to whom you are referring to, but if anybody is charging, I'm sure could be a commercial organization. Probably you have to validate who are the directors, what their value is. So there's some amount of groundwork that you do. You buy a television, you go and ask 101 people. You buy a smartphone, you ask and do the review. So at same case, I think you should use the same due diligence.
Seems.
Yeah, if they are charging money, it doesn't mean they are fraudsters. They could be good people. They are jobless and they have some knowledge and they want to provide. So we have to kind of do some fact checking. So basically, ideally, what I would like to do is try and meet the judicial authorities first. First you give the complaint and try and meet judicial authorities. So try and see if you have a lawyer, somebody you know who can advise you in terms. So that's the best way to do. And if you are not able to get information, you can reach out civil societies like us. We are there. There are many civil societies. Cyber Jagruti is there. Cyber Peace Foundation is there in Delhi. So there are a lot of foundations that Internet Freedom Foundation is there. Internet Empowerment Foundations are there. So we also kind of have our own volunteers, a group of volunteers, highly educated people who kind of guide and all that. So that's the reason I told that, so ideally this is the best way to do it. And if you don't get justice, then go for a commercial service. So we have not seen anybody in India offering a commercial service. I'm hearing it for the first time.
Yes.
So we can do some due diligence and tell you if those people are good or not. We can do some background check as well. So, but ideally, first the police is the first authority. Next is the judicial. Third level is civil societies like us who help you in terms of make you ease. There's something like One Nation, One Ombudsman scheme, which is called 14448. If you lose money, 14448. So if you lose money through UPI transaction, you can go and give complaint there. There's also called NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India, who is the one who created UPI. They also have a reporting customer service where you can also report to them, but they only restrict to what money is transferred. So there are a lot of other. So if you lose phone, there is something called a central equipment identity register. So you don't need to go to police station as well. Online also you can go and block. People are not aware. See, there are so many endless opportunities for us, but we are not aware. And I also do agree that the technology is evolving, crimes are evolving, and we don't get that enough support. I'm tired of reaching 193. Do agree? But I think instead of brooding, we should find ways better, just not cry. Yeah, correct. So don't click on it. Don't click on any links. Have you two-factor authentication.
Exactly.
Try and impress your spouse or your mother or father. Don't need to impress anybody on the road.
Exactly.
Try and communicate with. That's what I'm saying. So you understand what is privacy, what is consent, what is addiction. The great subject. Somebody is stalling and bullying. What should I do? तो वो तो मुझे गालियाँ दिया, मैं भी उसको गालियाँ देता हूँ. It's not the right way to do it. So if somebody is trolling, somebody is bullying, you should know what to do. It's some learning process. Say for example, if you buy a smartphone, you should know at least how to manage it.
Exactly.
You should know how to manage. Otherwise, there is no use. And we are offering credit courses in few universities where we teach all these people. So trying to be safe. Everybody says in India, drive safe, go safe, but nobody will say better, do it better. Empower, nobody will say. So I think we have to change the concept. And
So you also.
Yeah, the same scenario happened to me, and I'm also a victim.
How much money did you
11 lakhs 36,799 rupees. But the thing is, sir,
how much money was on hold, sir?
3 lakhs 15,000.
So when what is on hold?
It's almost 1 year.
Okay, you didn't get which.
But I didn't get the amount. As you said, awareness and empowering, everything is fine, sir. But the thing is, even when I went to a police station and I filed like FIR, they didn't even guided me to go to the court. Or at least they were saying we need a court order.
First, that's what I'm saying. no, it's nobody's right to teach or learn. It is our right to learn. So we should know if the, for example, we have a beautiful article on our Endow Foundation. So I filed a 193. ChatGPT is telling what the hell, even to wash your ass, it will tell you how better you can wash your ass. So I think use technology better. Use the same technology.
Yeah, by using that technology only we came
No,
up
no,
to
no. You
here
have not. I'm
and
not saying that you didn't do it. Then it can be done better.
yes.
I'm not saying, probably you're not aware, you are persistently on a negative side of the version because you lost money and nobody gave you support. I do agree, there's a lot of pain. 11 lakhs from a middle class standpoint is a huge amount. It takes years to actually save that. I do agree. You have not reached the right set of people. As I said, day after tomorrow we'll do a Zoom session. We'll connect. I'll call in some officers. I'll call in some judicial authorities as well. We'll sit down and we'll see what best can be done. Yeah. I can give you hope as a civil society that we will connect with people, with people who have would.
Definitely, sir, because there are a lot of people who didn't even file a FIR or
Yes,
didn't
obviously,
even
obviously.
got indemnity
The
because
very start of the before session, I told 1 lakh people face into crime, hardly 2,000, 3,000 people will file a case. I do agree. Appreciate you filed the case.
Sir, one more awareness is not there. When I've put my video in my YouTube also, people are commenting me and contact me saying that if we go and file a case, they will start the investigation. They are saying if the investigation comes to my home, I've not my family doesn't know that I have invested in this, and the police comes to my home and we start investigating this, and the society sees me, the police coming to my home. So people are concerned about this also. They are not about they are
You
seeing
don't
the
be
movies.
conservative. So I think the
Yeah.
English is a very famous saying, you have to ring the bell to the cat. Somebody
Exactly.
has to ring the bell. So I started this foundation. Thousands of people have been benefited. Had I not started, had I been a victim in bullying, I would have stopped. I think somewhere you to start as a victim. As a victim, I started. You start a foundation yourself. Teach everybody, other people not to do it. So take it up.
So finally, before we conclude, I would just like to request you, Anil sir, to let us know as to, once somebody has been victimized. So what should be their stance, and they should be like should they be brave enough to discuss this matter with their family and take it up with the authorities, or the kind of stigma that we have in our society that prevails in our society. So we need to overcome that. So if you can throw some light as to
No,
so that
basic.
lives can be saved.
Thank you, sir. I think most important is don't keep quiet. So I am a victim. I started foundation and I could write 680 weekly articles. I could write 40 books. I could do so much. We have a lot of energies, and I have now saved more than thousands of people. So keep yourself awake. Keep your people surrounding informed. Even if I go abroad, I'll tell my wife, in this suitcase there are documents. In this suitcase there's some money who goes, and I tell them it's not that I'm going to die somewhere.
Right.
Keep people informed. Keep people informed. Keep your parents and loved ones informed. Yes, you fall on fraud, you fall on nothing to shy.
Absolutely.
Nothing
So
to
there is,
shy.
it's a message for those people who have been victimized of various kinds of frauds. Your family is, they might not talk to you for some time, but then eventually they will be the ones to support you the most. And do not hesitate. We think, what will people think? As he rightly said, police is coming to my place. They are coming there for their investigation. They need to. And being a policeman, imagine if your father would have been a policeman. It would be a matter of pride. My father was in army. It's a matter of pride for me. Had he been a policeman, it would have been a matter of pride for me. They are there to help us. Now we see police also, oh, cops came to my place. So that's the mindset that we have. It should not be that mindset. Reach out to your family, reach out to your authorities, and do not hesitate to reach out to any possible means and ways. You can reach out to the media also now. So please do reach out to us. We have Anil sir and his organization as well to help out, and be alert. And yes, please.
So I have one last suggestion to conclude. So the moment we are experiencing pain, whether it is money or defamation or anything, don't fight with emotion. Fight with intellectual ability. Don't show your emotions.
That's a big word.
So you have to fight with intellectual ability. What should I do? How does the government? What does the cybercrime police authority supposed to do? So fight with that intellectual ability. Everything will go smooth. The moment we fight with emotion, you are using wrong words. You are discouraging the opposite person who's trying to help you. I'm not saying that everybody is good. You have 5 fingers of different size. An officer could have fought with his wife and came back to office and the entire day is gone. So there could be 101 things. So, I mean, try and focus yourself, study about it, understand deeply. And final word is no emotions, intellectual ability, go fight, everything will solve.
Yes, sir. One thing I want to add, sir, like my wife also, when I told let's go for a complaint, she was afraid. No, if you do a YouTube video also, if you go for awareness also, people will come with the negative comments. I can't handle those. So I told also I want to like from if you tell this to the people, why because you're a big person in the society. So if it comes from your mouth, it will be reaching like higher range of people. So please, sir, please tell them like this is not an end for it. So you can leave it come some other time.
Yeah, that's what I said. Don't have emotions, fight with intellectual ability. If you are going and filing a complaint or telling the media, you are actually serving more than 1,000 families.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so keep that into mind and always fight till the last and don't lose, don't brood.
Yes.
The world is not like you. World is not fair. World is unfair to all of us. So, but you will have justice will prevail. It might take some time, but justice will prevail.
So definitely, we will urge the government also, and we have been urging the government to take stern steps in regards to this. And let's hope, and we'll keep our efforts on going forward. So for now, that's it from our studios out here in Q News. Vijay Rana signing off along with Mr. Anil
Thank you.
and the team here. Thank you so much.